All right, so I just finished episode 6 of the Acolyte, and I don't know, was this the best episode? Or am I getting soft? I'm probably getting soft, and this probably was the best episode. All right, so episode 6 is directed by Hanel M. Culpepper. And she did not direct episode 3, the worst episode. So I don't know if she directed another episode. I want to say she did not, because this episode, seriously now, it felt more cinematic. I'll get into things here, but it was more serious. These actors actually had decent dialogue to work with. I was actually starting to get interested in this story for the first time. And, we get the dumb whip in it at some point. We'll get to that. But, yeah, episode 6, Teach / Corrupt. Which teacher is doing the teaching and which teacher is doing the corrupting? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I'll tell you what. And this basically is the parent trap, like Friday Night Tights has pointed out. We had the twins switch sides to new masters, but it's kind of working for me. I'm sorry. I always tell you guys the truth. When it sucks, it sucks. But I was like, okay. I was eating my dinner and kind of enjoying this. So Osha wakes up and she's in Smilo Ren's slimy mud hole. But it's not too bad. Like Smilo made her soup, right? And there's like some drinking water that's not poisoned that she just drinks. And she goes outside and it's truly beautiful and cinematic. They're actually shooting on location. And I thought, oh, this has to be Acto, right? Is it Acto? Act 2? The water planet from The Last Jedi, right? This is Acto, right? And then it cuts and then it tells us unknown planet. So it's not telling us what planet this is. Why would they do that? If it was another planet, they just would like share their bullshit planet name, right? So this has to be Acto, where the Jedi began, right? Right? Kind of getting interested. All right. And there's even like these little porgs. They're not porgs. They're like Porg 2.0s. They're like hairless porgs, because this is the dark side or something. They can't have hair. I don't know. All their hair fell out. Yeah, definitely getting Last Jedi vibes or cringe. I'm not sure which. Probably vibes. I don't know. All right, and then we see, even though Osha and Smilo Ren are on Acto, May and Sol are just leaving Kofar. So they're really slow leaving the planet. Not sure. And Sol contacts the Jedi through the hologram device, tells the Jedi Temple that his team has been killed. May is lurking around the ship, being an evil person. And like Prophet in the comment section predicted, that little gerbil guy, he's not going to be fooled by May. He's like following her and checking her out. So, yeah, he's not being tricked, even though Sol appears to be tricked. I don't know. I don't think he knows yet. Sol is also giving into his emotions. He's behaving not like a Jedi, so it's kind of interesting. We're getting good performances out of Smilo Ren, the actor. I don't remember his name. I'm sorry. And Sol, Mr. Squid Game. I don't really remember his name. I don't care. But we're getting really good performances from these two good actors. Finally. And the dialogue is good. And these scenes, they're not rushed and they're not flooded with like clunky, cringy dialogue. Sometimes everyone is just shutting up and just letting the scene breathe and just letting the actors act without regurgitating crappy dialogue from Leslie Headland. All right, next we cut to Smilo Ren. I guess he's tempting Osha. He knows it's Osha, so he takes his clothes off. He goes skinny dipping. He allows her to take his lightsaber. He's not threatened by that. He's allowing her to kind of find her own way. He's speaking a lot of truth to her. The actor that's playing Smilo, he does a good job here. Yeah, I mean, he's very convincing. Hell, by the end of this, I think he tempted me. I want to Sith up, I don't know. Definitely, I think, Soul and Smilo Ren being the best characters, the best actors, definitely raise Amandla Stenberg's game. She definitely benefits from these actors. The music is good. We have the wipes, the Star Wars wipes and transitions were more noticeable. And I like how Smilo is telling Osha that you can access the Force in different ways. I guess he's talking about the dark side. Osha says, "Oh, you're talking about the dark side," but I like his comeback. He goes, semantics. He's saying give in to your emotions. You can control the Force that way. You don't need to do it the Jedi's way. I don't know. It's all making sense to me. I kind of get it. So I don't know if I would go as far as he did by allowing her to like put the lightsaber to his head and all that stuff. I don't think I would have done that, but it did work. And she broke down and said she didn't continue with her training because she failed. And I think he kind of is saying, well, I failed too. My master threw me away. So yeah, that was good. This might be some of the best Sith tempting in live action. Revenge of the Sith aside, there were some good scenes in that movie, but this one is really, I don't know. It makes a lot of sense here. I think it's it's well done. All right, so we're gonna go back on the ship with May, and the gerbil dude kicks May in the balls, and the pip droid ejaculates in her face, and then they run away. No, then she talks to Saul, and Saul finally figures out, oh, okay, you're May. So he stuns her and then ties her up and basically says, I'm going to set you free, but first, you're going to listen to me. All right. And then we have Smilo Ren still talking to Osha about the Force, and he says he wants the power of 2. So again, he wants this acolyte, this pupil, and I think he wants her because he explains that May wasn't a very good pupil. May was only doing it for revenge, but he's hinting that, you got more potential, you to just not focus on revenge and to harness all these other emotions you have. So again, he's making sense to me. And also we learn, I think, in his layer's got a vein of that cortosis that he builds his helmet out of and his little gauntlet with. And he tells her about his helmet. He's fixing his helmet or something. And he says, hey, you can try on my helmet. I let you take my sword. I let you put it to my throat. And now I'm going to let you wear my helmet. And it's like a sensory deprivation chamber so she can just focus on the Force. Venestra discovers the dead Jedi. Her little femme Jedi buddy is pretty annoying. I didn't like him. Oh, and a bug attacks her, and she whips out her purple whip, and whips the bug. What was the point of that? I don't know. And yeah, basically the show ends with Smilo leaves Osha, and Osha puts on the helmet. And I gotta say, I like how they shot this, how they edited this. You see her put on the helmet, and then we see the camera inside the helmet. And we've seen cameras inside helmets before, but I thought this really worked because you couldn't really see out of the eye holes. Like, it was really well done. And then you hear her breathing. I didn't think it was like, jangling keys to a Darth Vader voice breathing or anything. I thought it was its own thing. And I just thought it really kind of worked, and the show ended. So I got to say, for as dumb as this show is, this is the best episode. And this is sort of the first time I was sort of sucked in. I definitely like Smilo Ren, but I think Soul is becoming much more interesting because he has secrets. He has something to tell May. He's got to confess. So I am interested in what he has to say. And I think, May and Osha paired up with these two strong male actors and characters, she benefits. So she's, you can put up with her. And she's better for it, being paired up with these male actors. There you go. I'm a sexist tonight. It's official. No, but this is a better episode. I don't know. Guys, let me know in the comments. I know barely no one is watching this show except YouTubers to rip on it. but not terrible. And I kind of want to watch and see what happens next week. All right, so whoever that director was, you did a good job. Culpepper. Good job. So, all right, everybody, leave a comment. Let's talk about it as always. Thanks for watching. We'll get off this Acolyte crap, and I'll get back to reviewing toys someday. All right, everybody, have a great day, great week. I will see you soon. And as always, I will see you on the new.